Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on April 17th, 2023 in Dallas, Texas, USA.
So we're continuing the compilation of Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today the chapter is titled Devakī asked Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma to bring her 6 dead sons back to life, under the section The Glories of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Chaitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 25.
মহাপ্রভুর উত্তর উত্তমাধিকারী জনের আচরণ অক্ষস জ্ঞানে বিচার্য নহে বা অন্যের অনুকরণীয় নহে। শুনিয়া বিপ্রের বাক্য শ্রী গৌর সুন্দর, হাসিয়া বিপ্রের প্রতি করিল উত্তর।
On hearing the words of the Brahmana,
On hearing the words of the Brahmana,
Sri Lord Sundara smiled
Sri Gaur Sundar smiled
and replied to the Brahman,
Chaitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 26.
শুন বিপ্র মহা অধিকারী যে হয়, তবে তা ন দোষ গুণ কিছু না জন্মায়।
listen, O Brahmana,
Listen, O Brahmana.
when one is highly qualified,
When one is highly qualified,
one is not, the faults and virtues of one are not considered.
the faults and virtues of one are not considered. Commentary. Gaur Sundar said to that pious, doubtful Brahmana, material qualification or superficial vision is one thing, and to grasp the profound meaning through keen vision is another thing. The qualification of those who always favorably cultivate Krishna consciousness after giving up the coverings of extraneous desires, karma and jnana is different from that of others. Materialistic people are under the control of their mind, intelligence and false ego. Material faults and virtues cannot enter the transcendental realm. As a lotus leaf cannot hold mercury or water, a heart engaged in giving pleasure to Krishna never invites inauspiciousness based on selfish interest.
So, while Caitanya was commenting that Nityananda was a very exalted personality,
So Lord Chaitanya was commenting that Lord Nityananda was a very exalted personality.
everything he did was meant for the pleasure of Krishna.
Everything he did was meant for the pleasure of Lord Krishna.
And therefore, he could not be analyzed by ordinary values.
Therefore, he cannot be analyzed by ordinary matters,
Ordinary values.
by ordinary values. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 27. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 20, text number 36. Naimai ekanta bhaktanam gunadosha dhavaguna sadhunam samachittanam buddhe param upayusham. Material piety and sin, which arise from the good and evil of this world, cannot exist within my unalloyed devotees, who being free from material hankering, maintain steady spiritual consciousness in all circumstances. Indeed, such devotees have achieved me, the Supreme Lord, who am beyond anything that can be conceived by material intelligence.
So, Lord Nityananda was someone who could not be understood by ordinary intelligence.
So Lord Nityananda was someone who cannot be understood by one with ordinary intelligence.
Or material intelligence.
Material intelligence. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 28.
পদ্মপত্রে যেন কভু নাহি লাগে জল, এই মত নিত্যানন্দ স্বরূপ নির্মল।
Just like the lotus leaf is not touched by water.
Just like the lotus leaf is not touched by water.
That way, the Lord Nityananda Swarup is pure.
In that way, Lord Nityananda Swarup is pure. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 29.
পরমার্থে কৃষ্ণচন্দ্র তাহান শরীরে, নিশ্চয় জানিহ বিপ্র সর্বদা বিহরে।
O Brahmana,
O Brahmana,
Kṛṣṇa Chandra is always present in his body.
Krishna Chandra is always present in his body,
The body of Lord Nityananda.
in the body of Lord Nityananda.
Know for certain
Know for certain
that Kṛṣṇa is always enjoying pastimes
that Krishna is always enjoying pastimes
in the body of Lord Nityananda.
in the body of Lord Nityananda. Commentary. Shri Nityananda Prabhu is always engaged in the favorable cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, since Krishna is situated within him, whatever actions he performs should not be considered like the activities of ordinary living entities, who are forced to enjoy the fruits of their karma.
In the material world, the conditioned souls try to do good and bad karma depending on their desires.
In the material world, the conditioned souls accrue good and bad karma depending on different activities.
And with Lord Nityananda, since his desire is always to please Kṛṣṇa, he didn't follow this category.
But Lord Nityananda, since his desire is to follow the desires of Lord Caitanya, didn't accrue this karma. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 30.
অধিকারী বই করে তাহানো আচার, দুঃখ পায় সেই জন পাপ জানে তার।
If a person without qualification imitates Lord Nityananda's behavior,
Imitate Lord Nityananda's behavior,
he suffers.
He suffers
And becomes implicated by his sin.
and becomes implicated by his sin. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 31.
রুদ্র বিনে অন্য যদি করে বিষপান, সর্বথায় মরে সর্বপুরাণ প্রমাণ।
Anyone other than Rudra
If anyone other than Rudra
drinks poison,
he will certainly die. He will certainly die.
It's the verdict of all the Puranas.
This is the verdict of all the Puranas. Commentary. Mrityunjaya or Shiva, who has conquered death, easily drank poison and became known as Nilakantha. But upon seeing that unqualified, worthless, living entities consider themselves equal to him, they bring about their own ruination by falling into inauspiciousness. As fire can burn any object to ashes, persons with spiritual intelligence can remain indifferent to material wealth and activities by not using them for their own enjoyment.
Like Shiva, he is most powerful.
Lord Shiva, he is most powerful.
He could drink the ocean of poison.
He could drink the ocean of poison.
But if we try to imitate him,
But if we try to imitate him,
we will certainly die.
we will certainly die. Comment, Caitanya Bhagavat Antikhanda, chapter 6, text number 32 and 33. They are taken from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 32, 33, 29, 30. Go up. Let's go to the translation. The status of powerful controllers is not harmed by any apparently audacious transgression of morality, such as seeing women. We may see in them, for they are just like fire, which devours everything fed into it and remains unpolluted. Certainly, one who is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead should never, even within his mind, imitate his activities. If, out of ignorance, one does so, he will be destroyed. Just as if he were to imitate Lord Shiva, who drank poison produced from the ocean.
We cannot imitate Lord Shiva or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu Tattva.
We cannot imitate Lord Shiva or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu Tattva.
We try to do that, even if we think like that,
We try to do that, even if you think like that,
we'll be destroyed.
we will be destroyed.
Do not imitate the Lord.
We cannot imitate the Lord. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antikhanda, chapter 6, text number 34.
অকৃত্রিম মহতের বাহ্য দুরাচার দর্শনে আধ্যাত্মিক বিচারে কটাক্ষ বিনাশের হেতু। এ থেকে যে না জানিয়া নিন্দে তান কর্ম, নিজ দোষে সেই দুঃখ পাই জন্ম জন্ম।
If someone does not know the greatness of Sri Nityananda,
If someone does not know the greatness of Lord Nityananda
and criticizes his activities
and criticizes his activities
by his own defect, he will get distressed birth after birth.
he will get distressed birth after birth. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antikhanda, chapter 6, text number 35.
গৌরীহিত করয়ে যদি মহা অধিকারী, নিন্দার কি দায় তারে হাসিলি মরি।
What to speak of criticizing?
What to speak of criticizing?
A person even laughs
If a person even laughs
at a qualified person,
at a qualified person
who performs in the family improper activity,
who performs an apparently improper activity,
he is vanquished.
he is vanquished. Commentary. Persons who are qualified Mahabhagavatas are not to be criticized by those who are less qualified. A person who ridicules activities of a Mahabhagavata is inevitably degraded. By hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from a Vaishnava Guru, all these topics can be properly understood. In the Skanda Purana it is stated, one who ridicules a devotee, who sees everyone equally, should be understood to be most fallen, whether he is a demigod or a mortal being.
In the service of Krishna, such a living soul as Lord Nityananda may do things which one cannot understand.
In the service of Lord Krishna, liberated souls such as Lord Nityananda may do things which are not understood well.
So if he brings those out or criticizes those,
If he brings us out or criticizes those,
he should be very fallen.
he should be considered very fallen.
So it says either he's a deva or a human.
Even if he is a deva or a human being. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 36.
ভাগবতোক্ত সেই সকল সিদ্ধান্ত বৈষ্ণব গুরু কীর্তন করেন। ভগবত হইতে সব তত্ত্ব জানি, তাহ যদি বৈষ্ণব গুরুর মুখে শুনি।
From the Srimad Bhagavatam, all these truths are known.
From the Srimad Bhagavatam, all these truths are known.
And these truths I have heard from the mouth of the Vaishnava Guru.
And these truths I have heard from the mouth of a Vaishnava Guru. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 37.
ভাগবতের দশম স্কন্ধত্ব দেবকীর গর্ভজাত শতপুত্রের বিনাশ ও দণ্ডপ্রাপ্তি ব্রহ্মার বাহ্য দুরাচার দর্শনে তৎপ্রতি কটাক্ষের দৃষ্টান্তই প্রমাণ। মহান্তের আচরণে হাসিলে যায় যে হয়, চিত্ত দিয়া শুনো ভগবতেই যে কয়।
Here I can do it. What the Balarāma says happens to a person who criticizes the behavior of a great soul or laughs at that person.
Hear attentively what the Srimad Bhagavatam says about what happens to a person who criticizes a devotee or laughs at their behavior. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 38.
এককালে রামকৃষ্ণ গেলেন পুরীতে, বিদ্যা পূর্ণ করে চিত্ত করিলা আসিতে।
Once Lord Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma, they went for studies.
Once Lord Kṛṣṇa and Lord Balarāma, they went for studies.
After their studies were complete,
After their studies were complete,
they decided to return home.
they decided to return home. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 39.
কি দক্ষিণা দিব বলিলেন গুরুপতি, তবে পত্নী সঙ্গে গুরু করিলা যুক্তি।
They asked
their guru,
what dakshina should we give you?
what dakshina should we give you?
Then the guru, he asked his wife,
Then the Guru, he asked his wife. He consulted with his wife. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 40.
মৃত পুত্র মাগিলেন রামকৃষ্ণ স্থানে, তবে রামকৃষ্ণ গেলা জম বিদ্যা মানে।
They requested that they have back their dead son.
They requested that they have back their dead sons
From Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa.
from Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa.
Then Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa went
Then Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa went
to speak to Yamaraj.
to speak to Yamaraj. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 41.
আজ্ঞায় শিশুর সর্ব কর্ম ঘুচাইয়া, জমালয় হইতে পুত্র দিলেন আনিয়া।
By that order, all the sons of Karma was purified.
By their order, all of their sons' karma was purified.
And they brought the child from the abode of Yamaraj.
And they brought the child from the abode of Yamaraj
And he gave to the Guru.
and gave to their Guru. Commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam 10:45-30-46. Concealing their innately perfect knowledge by their human-like activities, those two omniscient lords of the universe, themselves the origin of all branches of knowledge, next desired to reside at the school of a spiritual master. Thus, they approached Sandipani Muni, a native of Kashi living in the city of Avanti. Sandipani thought very highly of these two self-controlled disciples, whom he had obtained so fortuitously. By serving him as devotedly as one would serve the Supreme Lord himself, they showed others an irreproachable example of how to worship the spiritual master. That best of Brahmanas, the spiritual master Sandipani, was satisfied by their submissive behavior, and thus he taught them the entire Vedas together with their 6 corollaries and the Upanishads. He also taught them the Dhanurveda with its most confidential secrets, the standard books of law, the methods of logical reasoning and philosophical debate, and the 6-fold science of politics. O King, those best of persons, Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma, being themselves the original promulgators of all varieties of knowledge, could immediately assimilate each and every subject after hearing it explained just once. Thus, with fixed concentration, they learned the 64 arts and skills in as many days and nights. Thereafter, O King, they satisfied their spiritual master by offering him Guru Dakshina. O King, the learned Brahmana Sandipani carefully considered the two lords' glorious and amazing qualities and their superhuman intelligence. Then, after consulting with his wife, he chose as his remuneration the return of his young son who had died in the ocean at Prabhasa. So be it, replied those two great chariot warriors of limitless might. And they at once mounted their chariot and set off for Prabhasa. When they reached that place, they walked up to the shore and sat down. In a moment, the deity of the ocean, recognizing them to be the Supreme Lords, approached them with offerings of tribute. The Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa addressed the Lord of the ocean. Guru, be presented at once the one you seized here with your mighty waves. The ocean replied, O Lord Kṛṣṇa, it was not I who abducted him, but a demoniac descendant of deity named Panchajana, who travels in the water in the form of a conch. Indeed, the ocean said, that demon has taken him away. Hearing this, Lord Kṛṣṇa entered the ocean, found Panchajana, and killed him. But the Lord did not find the boy within the demon's belly. Lord Janardana took the conch shell that had grown around the demon's body and went back to the chariot. Then he proceeded to Samyamani, the beloved capital of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. Upon arriving there with Lord Balarāma, he loudly blew his conch shell, and Yamaraj, who keeps the conditioned souls in check, came as soon as he heard the resounding vibration. Yamaraj elaborately worshipped the two lords with great devotion and then addressed Lord Kṛṣṇa, who lives in everyone's heart. O Supreme Lord Vishnu, what shall I do for you? And Lord Balarāma, who are playing the part of ordinary human beings. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, suffering the bondage of his past activity, my spiritual master's son was brought here to you. O great king, obey my command and bring this boy to me without delay. Yamaraj said, so be it, and brought forth the Guru's son. Then those two most exalted Yadus presented the boy to their spiritual master and said to him, please select another boon.
We can see that Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma are acting as ordinary disciples.
So we can see that Lord Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma are acting like ordinary disciples.
They're always the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
But they are always the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So it's not an ordinary production asked for the recovery of a deceased son.
So it is not an ordinary Guru Dakshin. They have asked for the recovery of their deceased son.
But considering that Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma are the Supreme Person of Godhead, after that,
But considering that Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sandipani Muni asked that.
and as explained here, he has that
And as explained there,
they got his son back and presented to the Guru
They got his son back and presented to the Guru
and said, please accept another boon.
and then said, please accept and ask for another boon. Caitanya Bhagavad Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 42.
পরম অদ্ভুত শুনি এসব আখ্যান দেবকীও মাগিলেন মৃতপুত্র দান।
Hearing this wonderful account, wonderful incident, Devakī, she requested for her dead sons.
Hearing this most wonderful account, Mother Devakī also asked for her dead sons.
6 sons are killed by Kṛṣṇa, and then Balarāma was transferred to the womb of Rohini.
Her 6 sons were killed by Kamsa, and then Balarāma was transferred to the womb of Rohini.
And then Kṛṣṇa is the 8th son.
And then Kṛṣṇa is the 8th son. Haribol!
She wanted the 6 sons that were killed.
She wanted the 6 sons that were killed. Caitanya Bhagavad Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 43.
দৈবে একদিন রাম কৃষ্ণে সম্বদিয়া কহেন দেবকী অতি কাতর হইয়া।
By the arrangement of providence, one day,
By the arrangement of providence, one day,
Devakī spoke to Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa.
Devakī spoke to Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa
with great affliction.
with great affliction. Commentary Sri Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 85, 27, 28. At that time, O best of the Gurus, the universally worshipped Devakī took the opportunity to address her two sons, Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma. Previously, she had heard with astonishment that they had brought their spiritual master's son back from death. Now, thinking of her own sons who had been murdered by Kṛṣṇa, she felt great sorrow. And thus, with tear-filled eyes, she beseeched Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma.
So, naturally a mother, very affectionate,
So naturally, a mother is very affectionate,
and she, all that she must have felt, had lost 6 sons being murdered by Kṛṣṇa.
how bad she must have felt to have her 6 sons murdered by Kṛṣṇa.
And she heard that Sandipani Muni had his dead son brought back by Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma.
When she heard that Sandipani Muni had his dead son brought back by Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma,
She thought she could ask Kṛṣṇa Balarāma for the same benediction.
she asked Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma for the same benediction. Caitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 44.
শুনো শুনো রামকৃষ্ণ যোগেশ্বরেশ্বর, তুমি দুই আদি নিত্য শুদ্ধ কলেবর।
Listen now, O Kṛṣṇa, the best of the topmost mystic yogis.
Listen, Balarāma and Kṛṣṇa, O best of the topmost mystic yogis.
You two have original, pure, eternal bodies.
You too have original, eternal, pure bodies. Caitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 45.
সর্বজগতের পিতা তুমি দুই জন, মুই জানো তুমি দুই পরম কারণ।
You are the fathers of all universes.
You are the fathers of all universes.
You
You too are the fathers of all universes.
I know that you too are the cause of all causes.
I know that you too are the cause of all causes. Caitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 46.
জগতের উৎপত্তি স্থিতি বা প্রলয়, তোমার অংশের অংশ হইতে সব হয়।
The universe, creation, maintenance, and annihilation.
The universal creation, maintenance, and annihilation
are performed by the part of your part,
are performed by the part of your part,
of your plenary portion.
of your plenary portion. Caitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 47.
তথাপিও পৃথিবীর খণ্ডাইতে ভার, হইয়াছ মোর পুত্র রূপে অবতার।
And yet, you have appeared to relieve of the earth.
Yet you have appeared to relieve the burden of the earth.
And you have personally appeared as my sons,
And you have personally appeared as my sons
descending from the spiritual world.
directly from the spiritual world. Caitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 6, text number 48.
জম ঘর হইতে যেন গুরুর নন্দন, আনিয়া দক্ষিণা দিলে তুমি দুই জন।
From the abode of Yamaraj,
From the abode of Yamaraj,
brought the son of your spiritual master.
you brought the sons of your spiritual master
And gave him as a blessing
and gave him as a dakshin
for your guru.
for your guru. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 49.
মোর ছয় পুত্র যে মরিলা কংস হইতে, বড় চিত্ত হয় তাহা সবারে দেখিতে।
My 6 sons were killed by Kṛṣṇa.
My 6 sons were killed by Kamsa.
I'm very eager to see all of them.
I am very eager to see all of them. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 50.
কতকাল গুরুপুত্র আছিল মরিয়া, তাহা যে না নিভিলা শক্তি প্রকাশিয়া।
Although the Guru's son was dead for some time,
Although the Guru's son was dead for some time,
but by your potency, you brought him back.
but by your potency, you brought them back. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antekanda, chapter 6, text number 51.
এই মত আমারেও কর পূর্ণ কাম, আনি দেহ মোর মৃত ছয় পুত্র দান।
In the same way, you can fulfill my desire.
In the same way, you can fulfill my desire.
Bring and give me back my 6 dead sons
Bring and give me back my 6 dead sons
as a charity.
as a charity. Commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam 10:85-30-33. Taking birth from me, you have now descended to this world in order to kill those kings whose good qualities have been destroyed by the present age, and who thus defy the authority of revealed scriptures and burden the earth. O soul of all that be, the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe are all carried out by a fraction of an expansion of an expansion of your expansion. Today I have come to take shelter of you, the Supreme Lord. It is said that when your spiritual master ordered you to retrieve his long dead son, you brought him back from the forefathers' abode as a token of remuneration for your Guru's mercy. Please fulfill my desire in the same way. O Supreme Masters of all Yoga Masters, please bring back my sons who were killed by the king of Bhoja, so that I may see them once again.
So, you'll hear why these 6 sons were killed by Kṛṣṇa.
So, we will hear why these 6 sons were killed by Kamsa.
They had criticized or laughed at our great soul.
They had criticized or laughed at a great soul.
Therefore, they had to be killed by Kṛṣṇa.
Therefore, they had to be killed by Kamsa.
We'll find out the details later
We'll find out the details later
in the next chapter.
in the next chapter. Stay tuned. Thus ends the chapter entitled Devakī has. Hari Om! Thus ends the chapter entitled Devakī asks Kṛṣṇa and Balarāma to bring her 6 dead sons back to life. Under the section The Glories of Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.